AWL highlighters. A tutorial by EAPFoundation.com. So in today's tutorial we'll be looking at the AWL or academic word list. The tutorial is divided into two parts. In the first part I'll give you a very brief overview of the AWL. Then I'll be demonstrating the three most popular AWL highlighters on the web: Lextutor, the Nottingham University highlighter, and the highlighter on EAPFoundation.com. So let's begin by taking a quick look at what the AWL is. The AWL was developed by Averil Coxhead, an academic working at Victoria University of Wellington. The AWL consists of 570 word families. It covers around 10% of words in academic texts. This may not sound like much, but the AWL excludes words in the GSL or General Service List, which are the most common words in English and account for about 80% of words in written texts. So if you know those words, plus the AWL words, that's around 90% coverage. The AWL is divided into 10 lists, called sublists. This is done according to frequency. Let's look at the words in sublist 1, beginning with analyze. That's the head word, and you can see that it has many different word forms, like analytically, analytical, analyst, and so on. So each of the 570 word families may have many different word forms, which means thousands of individual words. And if we go down, we come to sublist 2, beginning with achieve. And go down again to alternative in sublist 3. You can already see there are a lot of words here. Let's keep going down, 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 all the way to the end of sublist 10. A lot of words. And that's why the AWL highlighters are so important, because they enable you to study words in context, rather than learning boring lists with thousands of words. So let's move on to the second and main part of the tutorial, which is the highlighters. To use the highlighters we need a text, any text. I'm going to choose part of the page on cause and effect from EAPFoundation.com. It's the example essay, so I'm just going to highlight that and copy, then paste it into each of the highlighters. Lextutor first. With this one we have to delete the instructions, then paste, then hit the yellow submit button. That's finished now, pretty quick. We'll look at the results later. So next, the Nottingham University highlighter. With this one you need to remember to select the level you want. Choose level 10 to highlight all the words in the AWL. Then paste the text in, then submit. This one can be pretty slow, so we're still waiting. Still waiting. OK, finished at last. Finally, the EAPFoundation.com highlighter. Again, paste in the text, then click submit. This one is undoubtedly the quickest of the three, so it's done already. Let's now look at each of the highlighters in more detail. This is the Lextutor one. You can see there's some interesting data at the top. If we scroll down, we can see the highlighted words are on the right. The words in yellow are from the AWL. The first word off screen here is domestic, then liberation, then transformed, also off screen, significant, consequences. If we scroll down past the blue words, which are GSL words, we come to the words categorized by sublist. We can see sublist 1, 2, 3, down to 6. This sample text has no words in sublists 7 to 10. You can actually see that there are some repetitions. Consequence twice, domestic. That's because those words appear twice in the text. Let's now look at the Nottingham University highlighter. This time there are no sublists, so that information is missing. We can see the same words highlighted as before. The Nottingham site does have another useful AWL tool, but on a different page. Let's hit the back button and take a look. It's the AWL Gap Maker. Again, remember to choose level 10 for all the AW words, paste, and submit. This page is also very slow because the information is sent to the university website and back again. OK, so there's the result. It's the original text, but the AWL words have been replaced by blanks. The AWL words are listed at the bottom, a very useful tool for students and teachers. Finally then, back to the EAPFoundation.com highlighter. One fantastic feature of this site is that it allows you to change the colour of words in different sublists. So for example, I can change the words from sublist 1 red, sublist 2 yellow, sublist 3, green. Let's change them all back to grey. And now change sublist 1 to red again. Much clearer. Well, let me clear all the words and just highlight sublist 1 in red. And sublist 2 in yellow. This is a really useful tool. The EAPFoundation.com highlighter also categorises the words by sublist, though here each word only appears once. This site also has a gapfill maker, actually 3 of them. It has a simple gapfill like the site we just saw, but it also has a head word gapfill, where each AWL word is replaced by the head word. There is also a word family gapfill, where each AWL word is replaced by another word from the same family. Although I said there were 3 main highlighters, I just want to show you one more. This is also on the EAPFoundation.com website. Instead of highlighting words, it shows them as a tag cloud. Words in the AWL are different size and colour to the other words. Sublist 1 are largest, then sublist 2, etc. Again, we can change how it looks, for example making sublist 1 words smaller, or sublist 2 words. I'm going to make all of them the same size. And you can still see the words because the colours are still there. Then make sublist 1 larger. Now cancel that and make sublist 2 larger. This one is quite neat and might be especially useful for visual learners. Like the other highlighter on this site, this one categorises the words and also has a series of gap fill makers. So that's it. We've heard a little about what the AWL is and seen the 3 most popular AWL highlighters on the web. EAPFoundation.com also has a more detailed review of all 3 highlighters: Lextutor, Nottingham University and EAPFoundation.com. There's also a summary at the end showing positives and negatives of each. The EAPFoundation.com highlighter is probably the most useful, but you might prefer a different one. Also on this page is space to leave a comment. That's all from this tutorial. Thanks for watching.